So here's where Alexa, Siri, and Google Assistant become even more creepy. And then the thing about creepy and those videos around it are somehow controversial in terms of what they do and what they say. But now the things that are happening are more serious. Google and Amazon and Apple use their device to listen to you even prior you asking them the command. Right now, every 1 in 4 adults owns a smart speaker that helps you throughout your day, and it's good devices. I have multiple Amazon Echo devices inside my house, and I have everything connected to them to just make my life more simpler, more easier, to set temperature, play music, adjust my lights, adjust volume on my TV. And they're good stuff. I'm not denying the things that they do, and I'm not saying that I'm going to remove every smart speaker that I have from my house simply because it just makes my life easier. And they're good. I'm not doing anything that I should be worried about. But here's the problem that I'm having right now. And it's that companies like Amazon, Google, and Apple are investing in technologies, and they already released it that those devices, they listen to all your conversation throughout the day, and they may activate or deactivate on their own without you giving them any commands, and listen to your conversation using your mobile devices. If you own an smart home speaker, you must have the app, and even Alexa itself or Google Assistant itself, they listen to you prior to you giving them the command in order to better the experience of user friendliness. For me, this has happened multiple times that I own these devices and they turn on themselves, or the light starts circling. This means that they're listening to you. Now, this feature only activates when you give them the command. For example, if you say, Alexa, what's the temperature today? And then you get your answers, and then the light starts circling. But this happens more often because they're actively listening to what you're trying to say. And now they have access to run those simulation before you give them the command, so they can be prepared when you ask them a question, or they can be ready with better results. But the problem becomes where hackers gain access to these devices and they have control, or they have awareness of what is going on around your house or inside your house and what you're trying to do. And in some cases, they can gain private information. Now, especially in US, like, we have a lot of robocalls. And now imagine if they have more information. Now they have all of our names. Like, when I get robocalls, they know my name, they know my address, they know my phone number for sure. And now they have more personal information, and it becomes more believable what they're trying to sell. And it can become quite of a mess. Now, there was even a study that was done in Northeastern University that smart speakers accidentally became activated as many as 19 times a day, and they stayed awake for about 10 to 20 second intervals. Now, this is the new update, the firmware that has been released to these devices, and it's not like you won't update it. It's not like your phone that you have to actually go in there and press update. So don't think that simply because you're not updating your device, this is not happening to you. These devices, they get updated from their central state, which is not your actual device, which is their headquarters. So they get updated regardless of you wanting it or not. But then this is where the problem comes. And Google Home and Amazon Echo even may make your life easier, but this is a big problem. Now, they released a statement, the CEO of Google and Amazon, that they are working into implementing protection for these hackers not being able to gain access to your device. But how long would that take, and how many people will get sacrificed before this happens? If you ask me, this all should have been done prior to the release of the new software. And whatever you do, there's gonna be ways around it that people can access it. But we haven't seen anything on it. Certain enough that I have seen my device go on a couple of times. Now I don't have anything private to say because they could spy on me all they want. They're not gonna get anything out of it. It's just mumble jumbles. But it's creepy, the things that are happening inside of these smart homes. And especially with internet, imagine your phone. It happens to all of us that you're searching something, and next thing you know, you search something for a second. Next thing you know, you go to your Instagram, you go to your Facebook, and then you see the exact same ad of the exact same thing that you were searching for. Now, this is all due to cookies inside of your phone and inside of the web browser. That was created long time ago. Now, cookies, they store data of the user and their activities, and they present them to ad services such as Google, Facebook, and so on. Now, these cookies, they work, but recently, you don't even have to search something. A couple of days ago, I was inside of a Nordstrom and I was looking at Michael Arm's selection of home goods. And I come home and I see their ads. So now they have access to your location as well. So they access your location. They access your search data. And now they have access to your voice. And I swear to God, it has happened to me that as well, that I have been talking to my wife about something that we're trying to buy. I was trying to buy a Roomba. And we had a conversation about it and how good it is. Conversation went on. And later that evening, I saw an ad about the Roomba. Now, that ad persuaded me to buy it. But nevertheless, the concept of our conversation and the way that ads were presented to us was kind of creepy. Now, in terms of ad, I don't mind it, but what if somebody gains access to those recording and it became uninterrupted? So they recorded your conversation all day long and they could have followed you. So now they have access to everything that you say, everything that you do, and your location all simultaneously at the same time. This becomes a little creepy. Now, one thing that you could test, if you go to your, for example, let me bring it up. If I go to my Instagram and I scroll down till I see an ad, for example, this is an ad on Instagram. And if I click on learn more, it comes up to a browser type inside of Instagram. And then you see the web link. Now that link right there has your IP address, has your first name, has your phone that you're using, has the type of phone, time of day, and all your information. This is a little bit intrusive. Now, to some, this might not matter, but at one point, it becomes problematic for everyone. Imagine right now, everybody receives robocalls daily. There are billions of people receiving robocalls, and it's a multi-million-dollar work that people do, and they make a lot of money, millions of dollars daily. Now, imagine if they don't have access to your phone, but they have access to your entire personal life. When is the line going to be drawn? When are they going to become regulated? Now, they are regulated to some extent, but is that enough? I mean, the concept is nice. It's nice that when I want to buy something and sometimes I forget about it, later on I get a reminder, hey, were you interested about this? But they're pushing us to become consumers. And many websites, if you don't have even money for it, they know your income. So based on your income, they give you other options, such as loans, quick pays. And now we have a lot of other apps that they break the payment for you. So they make you not be able to invest, not be able to save your money, but rather become consumers. This is a little problematic for me. It becomes a kind of it's you can't run away from it. You either have to accept it or say goodbye to technology once and for all. What do you think?